Insane beats.
Hey guys, what's going on? Alex Miner, back here, back in commission. I know it's been a little while, had some things to sort out, with software and all that good stuff. But I'm back at it, couldn't wait any longer. We have a really big card coming up this weekend. UFC 239 in Las Vegas, pay-per-view bout with Jon Jones returning against Thiago Santos. And there are just so many other great fights on the card. But I'm going to go through all these fights and probably make separate videos for each. But to begin with, I'm going to go over, of course, the marquee event, Jon Jones versus Thiago Santos. This is going to be a very highly anticipated fight. Not so much because people are expecting a lot of adversity, seeing as Jon Jones is considered the GOAT, arguably one of the best of all time. He's definitely the most dominant fighter that we've ever seen throughout his career. He's had some ups and downs, troubles with the law, trouble with testing positive for PEDs. He still has that issue, that resonant issue with the picograms of whatever he had in his system from before. That, I mean, at this point, with the testing that they're doing, like, we've even seen this recently with Sean O'Malley, that what he tested for before, he still has a small amount in his system. They're getting so good at testing for PEDs that they can test for things that the fighter may have taken maybe a year or two ago, if not more. So, whether or not you believe that Jon Jones has been cheating throughout his career, I'm still I mean, he's been caught a couple times, so I feel like he might have done some stuff, but who knows. But aside from that, people love Jon Jones. It is a treat to see him every time he steps out there. He is definitely one of the most athletic and creative fighters that you were ever going to see. And like I said before, he is just so dynamic. Thiago Santos, he's a guy that's highly aggressive, has a ton of knockout power. He's coming off of a 4-fight winning streak, 3 by stoppage. He's pretty much a brand new 205er. He came up from middleweight. He had a loss down there against David Branch. However, since then he's had knockouts over Jan Blachowicz, Eric Anders, and Jimmy Manuwa, and he had another decision over I think it was John Howard at middleweight before he came up. So I guess he did have one more fight at middleweight after he had lost to David Branch, and then he moved up to take on Eric Anders, and then he stayed up there to fight Manuwa and then to fight Blachowicz, and now he's in position for a title fight. And like I said, people aren't really expecting that much from him. Pretty much the X factor in this fight is that he has so much power, and he usually lands his shots from distance, like those powerful roundhouse kicks that he throws, lands them from distance, from very good angles, and he has very hard punches as well. That's what he took out Jimmy Manuwa with, and even though Jimmy Manuwa is a lot bigger and known as a power puncher himself, he just took it to him. And that's pretty much the main way that Santos is going to be able to win this fight, if he can, because Jon Jones is he's pretty much the greatest. He can keep you at distance. He's much longer, much taller than Thiago Santos. Probably going to keep him at distance with those kicks, keep him to the knee to keep him from moving forward. When he does get in tight, probably smack him with elbows, with some straight shots with the hands. Probably even catch him with some knees if he gets too over-aggressive and starts to overextend. So there's a lot of things that he can do. I'm sure that he's much more proficient on the ground as well. I believe that, seeing as Thiago Santos is from Brazil, that he probably does have some good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training. However, John Jones even beat Daniel Cormier in a wrestling exchange, even though Daniel Cormier was wrestling at the Olympic level. So John Jones, whatever he wants to, whatever realm you guys enter, he probably can beat you at that, especially if he's focused on that in his training camp. He even beat Cobra Teixeira in the friggin' close range. He just beat so many guys at their own games that he's just gonna be dangerous everywhere. So the thing that Thiago Santos basically has to do is get in there early on, because John Jones does like to analyze a little bit at first and then start attacking later on. And like I said, Thiago Santos is a quick starter. He likes to take people out in the first round, second round. That's where he has a lot of his knockouts. So that is the best way for Thiago Santos to possibly get the W. Whereas John Jones, he can pretty much win this however he wants to. I'd say the main thing he has to do is just keep him at a distance early on. Maybe get some kicks into the leg and knees to slow him down, keep him from pushing forward like he wants to. And when he does close that distance, smash him with elbows, maybe he can get a takedown. And if he does get a takedown, I just see him just blasting Santos with the elbows until he pretty much succumbs, or until the ref comes in and calls the fight.
Surprise, motherfucker. These eyes, motherfucker. Subscribe, motherfucker.